Hi, it's Bob Johnston, and we are in the middle of our Thanksgiving campaign. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank you, but also to remind all of us how important what we're doing is. Just think, if you are a parent, if you heard these 4 words, how terrifying it would be for you. Your child has cancer. That's why what we're doing matters so much. We're helping St. Jude conduct life-saving research. We're helping St. Jude help those families like you have come to meet. We're helping St. Jude help families across this country and, in fact, around the globe. That's why what we do matters so much. I just want to remind you that this is the time of the campaign where fundraising naturally starts to slump. We've just gotten a little bit comfortable with what we're doing. Maybe we've forgotten to ask every table every time. Think of it this way. When you give that guest a chance to be generous in spirit, you give them a chance to support St. Jude. You're creating a perfect night out for them, and that becomes our guest's perfect night out. So if you need to be reminded why we do what we do, here it is. And we could not do it without you.
My name is Matthew. I'm 20 years old. I was just 8 years old when I was diagnosed with a brain tumor known as medulloblastoma. At that age, you don't really fully understand what's going on or what's happening. You just know that everything suddenly looks different, feels different, and is different. Even in that dark, uncertain time, St. Jude made sure that I never felt alone. They gave me a place where I could feel like a kid again. I remember how instead of wheelchairs, they were red wagons. I used to love riding around through the hallways, wrapped up in my warm blanket, smiling and feeling safe. That red wagon made me forget I was in a hospital. It made me feel safe. I'll never forget the volunteers who came in with crafts, coloring books, painting supplies, anything ready to help us escape, even just for a few minutes, into a world of creativity and laughter. It was in those small moments that I was reminded I was still a kid, not just a patient. Because St. Jude, to me, isn't just a hospital. They are my second family and my home away from home. The doctors, the nurses, the staff, and the volunteers, they didn't just treat my cancer. They cared for me. They supported my family. They made sure we never saw a single bill so my parents could focus on one thing, helping me get better. That's what St. Jude does, and they continue to do it That's what St. Jude does, and they do it every single day for families all around the world. I've always said that no matter how much I give back to St. Jude, it will never be enough. Because how do you say thank you for saving your life? How do you repay a second chance at everything? You can't. But I stand here, I can share my story, and I can say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for showing up, for caring, and for being a part of something truly life-changing. You are the reason kids like me get to grow up. Sorry. You are the reason Danny Thomas's dream lives on. And you are the reason St. Jude can keep being that home away from home for the next child who needs it most. So again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Together, we are giving hope. Together, we are saving lives. And together, we are making sure that no child has to fight cancer alone.